You've been there before, you're in a good mood and you want to get your sword fighting on, but your Xbox is on the fritz and you can't find your Wiimote. Full of excitement, you grab your Quest 2, but which game to get? Luckily, we've done the hard work for you and put together a list of the best VR sword fighting games on the Quest 2. And we're gonna go from decent all the way to incredible with games across the Oculus Store and App Lab. Let's talk swords. If you've ever dreamed about being a ninja when you were younger, or maybe you still do, then this is definitely the game for you. Wielding your katanas feels extremely satisfying and you can really enjoy the freedom of wireless VR while you swing around trying to stay alive. Besides your swords, you also have Wolverine-like claws, and the developers have even introduced archery in a more recent update. I've had a lot of fun in this game when I first reviewed it, and I still go back to it from time to time for some no frills, no stress, pure ninja fun. While this may feel and look a bit outdated in some ways, it's still super fun and will have you fighting a ton of different enemies in huge arenas. The action is slow-paced but strategic. You'll have to carefully consider your moves if you want to survive each round. It features both a huge single-player campaign where you'll climb the ranks of the league, as well as multiplayer for online battles with your friends or others. I've seen this one on sale quite a few times already, so if this looks like your type of game and you find it on the store for under $15, then it's totally worth it in my honest opinion. So we've had katanas, plasma swords, how about some lightsabers? And the reason I'm specifically talking about episode 3 of the Vader Immortal series is because it has really solid gameplay mechanics and incredibly immersive lightsaber battles that will make you feel like a badass Jedi Knight. The game itself has a great story, but where I got the most replayability and fun was in the dojo, which once again is the best out of the 3 episodes. It offers various enemies, drones, and chances to show off your saber skills. So if you like Star Wars and lightsabers, this is currently the best and most fluid experience of this kind in VR. But lightsabers might still be a possibility in some of the other titles I prepared on this list. So be kind and gently click that like button for me if you're enjoying this so far. Cheers, buddy. By the way, if you think my t-shirt looks cool, you can actually find it on our newly launched merch store. The link is in the description below, and it's a great way to show your support for the channel as well as get some awesome t-shirts. Now, back to the video. This one's a roguelite with incredible physics and full modding support for a ton of swords, daggers, and any other weapon you can think of. And it's free on App Lab. Crazy, right? You'll go through procedurally generated dungeons and choose from a range of weapons to fight your enemies. Again, the main standout feature of it is the physics simulation, which is one of the best I've seen in a standalone game, let alone a free one. What's even crazier is that it also features a sandbox mode, and with the modding support I mentioned earlier, you can add a ton of other weapons, new arenas, and more, which drastically increases replayability. I really think you'll enjoy it, so go get it now. This one's all about getting up close and personal with your enemies, so be prepared for some intense encounters and some epic sword fights. There's a great variety of weapons and styles in this game, so you can switch things up depending on which type of monster you're fighting. It may not have the most advanced graphics, but it really isn't trying to be a work of art. What it really offers is an experience that makes you feel like you're in a fantasy world having an adventure, and you can do so with up to 3 other friends through online co-op. The only thing more fun than sword fighting alone is doing it with your friends, so try this out. It also just got a new devil sword a couple of months ago that looks absolutely savage. I honestly don't know why this one doesn't get more attention. It's a roguelite hack and slash sword fighting game that has simple yet very immersive gameplay. You'll strike, block, cast spells, and dodge your way deeper into the heart of the neon fantasy world, filled with magic infused monsters, all while listening to an awesome synthwave soundtrack. If you're looking for something that will keep your heart racing as you battle enemies in a fantastical world, try Until You Fall. Nomad is number 1 on my list, and not just because my review of it is one of the best performing videos on the channel, but because it has a great selection of weapons, including a ton of different swords. The physics are awesome, and with modding support being added to the standalone version, it means you have everything from swords and lightsabers to axes and all kinds of crazy contraptions for almost infinite replayability. And the game is slated to receive another update this year, adding a progression system and even more quality of life enhancements. Maybe I'm biased, but I've had so much fun in this one that it'll forever be in my crazy NPC stabbing heart. If you're new here, consider subscribing. We're about to start uploading a lot more again and we'd love to have you along for the ride. Also, check out the VRM Club Discord to join our friendly insider community. Invite is in the description below. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Cheers. It's because it has really solid gameplay mechanics and incredibly incredibly immersive. And the reason I'm specifically talking about episode 3 of the Vader Immortal. Vader Immortal. Stop it. And the reason I'm specifically talking about episode 3 of the Vader Immortal. Vader Immortal.